Yo, yo, yo. Happy Friday, y'all. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay away from the drama. Try to avoid anything that'll bring you trauma. And if you got any drama, say that drama for your mama. Hey, gentlemen, we have to be careful. There's always been an attack on black masculinity. And the only reason why I'm saying black masculinity because it seems like the black man is the only one who is envied or criticized for just being themselves, standing on their own square, being strong, being fearless, working hard, not being afraid to let your light shine. But there is an envy. Not only is there an envy of black masculinity from other races of people, but there is an envy of black masculinity from our own women, black women. This is why you have been seeing so much femininity being pushed so hard to the public, when black men are not doing this. Black men don't have to push their masculinity. We're just being ourselves. But it seems like and when I say black women, I'm not talking about all black women. I'm talking about the certain group of black women who are pro-femininity, pro-black girls rock, but we ain't worried about the boys, unless, we're going to feminize the boys, if anything. You know, we don't want to train up our boys to be strong and respectful to girls and hardworking. But man, it's gotten to the point now where there are certain groups of black women who are just using you, using us. And I'm saying us, even though it ain't me. First of all, I don't chase none of these young girls. I'm too grown to be involved with a young woman who is 29 and under, really, because I'm 40 now. And to me, it's borderline pedophile-ish when you are whole grown-ass men out here with a young, teenage-looking girl. That's not respectable. And no woman should respect a man who is a whole grown man out here with a little girl. But at the same time, truth needs to be told. There are women out here who are stealing. It's like, I feel like there are some women out here now who are just using black men for the babies. They're stealing the black man's sperms. They're stealing the black man's babies. And then they're taking, when they have the baby, they are doing everything they can possible to use the system to make sure that man has no access to his child, his sperm cell, his spirit that he gave to her, which society has been twisting people's minds so much and twisting women's minds so much to where they really think these babies are theirs. They really think, they formed these babies on their own and there was no sexual intercourse, and this, the pinnacle moment of the man when he needed to release that spirit or spirits, she didn't, I guess it didn't register to her that, wow, that's how I got pregnant. I don't know. I mean, this is common sense. We all know this, but people don't think about this. And men in general, especially black men, are not willing to fight for what is really truthfully theirs. So black women now are being on their best behavior to get a man, get a man's sperm, or get his children, and then do what she wants to do with the children. She can choose if she want to feminize. If she has say she has two boys and a girl, or just say she has a boy from you. if she is pregnant with a son, even though she's a pro-feminist, she gonna do everything she can to take care of her son, but she's not gonna do everything she can to make sure he grows up to be a young, strong man. She's gonna probably, and I'm not saying all black women are doing this, but there are some women out here who have been doing this now, because especially since they've been influenced by women that's in higher places like Gabrielle Unions and shit, who can turn their man into a softie, into a punk like Dwayne Wade, and allow this woman to help feminize his own son and turn his own son into a girl without even the permission of the biological mother. It's not Gabrielle's Union's child. But somehow, some way, some of these women can get away with destroying a child, taking away a child's innocence, and making a sexual gender decision on a child when they're not even old enough to make that own the decision for themselves. And adults have influence on children. So if a boy is around a woman long enough, whether it's his mother, stepmother, whatever the case may be, and he loves her, and she's taking care of him, and she's showing him everything, and he's learned everything through her, of course he might consider what she may suggest. What do you think? Like, do you like wearing dresses? Would you like to change your... What are you thinking about being a boy? Do you like being a boy? But men have been very cowardly. And men have allowed these crazy women, I'm not saying all women, but men have allowed these crazy women to destroy our race, really. Destroy our race by taking the children from the fathers, doing what they want to do with the child, raising the child up how they want to, and then whatever the end result is what it is. But then they'll say, well, his dad wasn't there anyway. I had to raise the kids all on my own. Well, are you sure you didn't selfishly take the children for yourself anyway, and you wanted that all along? Did you even really give the father an equal opportunity to take care of his child, even if he didn't want to be with you, your miserable ass? Because sometimes that's the case too, where some of these women, they get in their feelings and they get so upset that it didn't work out between her and that man, regardless of how they broke up or what made them break up. And then they're bitter and they're hurt, and they want to make the man suffer by taking his children away, and then doing with the child what she wants to do with it. So she will spitefully, not saying all black women, but there are some black women out here who will spitefully feminize some boys, their own child, just to get back at the father. So do they really care about the child? It seems like all they care about is their feelings. Because why would you make a child suffer for your hurt that you are feeling towards his father, his or her father? Even with the girls too. Some of these mothers are training up the girls to hate boys or to use boys for certain things, material things. And then when they get up to a certain age where they're getting developed and they got breasts and ass now, even though they're not legal, they'll tell them, but well, look, if you're going to fuck with him, you better make sure he give you this and give you that. No, protect that child's innocence. But men got to start holding these women accountable, because we've seen how statistically a child who is raised in a single family home with just a mother, these children are delinquent. They're not developing. They don't have the balance of a father structure, a father figure in their life. It's very important. I'm not saying that a mother, the nurture of a mother is not important. It is important. This is why the children spend majority of the time with the mom being nurtured up until maybe 4 or 5 years old. And then that's when the father can start teaching the children things, bringing them outdoors, letting them do certain things to just learn how to do more than just depend on mama. After a while, the babying got to stop, and now they got to learn how to survive and how to be someone, to have to get an identity You can't live your identity through your parents all your life. You got, at some point, these children got to figure out their own identity. And the fathers help them do that. Because sometimes mothers can be too clingy and they'll cover up everything to where the child is just dependent on mom. But no, the father is going to help that child develop who they are and find who they are in this world. Whether women want to accept that truth or not, or that reality. But men got to start standing up and look at it for what it is. Women are, these black women are destroying our race because of their selfish, bitter, hurtful, spiteful behavior.